What's up, happy people? Welcome back to another episode of Embroidery Hub. My name is Willy. With the big game right around the corner, it's no surprise that many people will be looking for new merch to support their favorite team. So to meet the needs of these die-hard fans, we're going to show you how to properly hoop a cap to create your own custom embroidered caps. But in order to achieve the best results in cap embroidery, you have to master the art of hooping. Cap hooping is the most important skill that will directly affect the way your cap embroiders. So on this special Super Bowl themed episode, I'm going to be teaching two rookie embroiderers the proper technique for cap hooping. Now, they have never hooped a cap before, so we're going to cover this step by step. But what they don't know is that this isn't going to be just a basic cap hooping lesson. I'm going to put them head to head against each other to see which one of them hoops the best cap in the time given. And of course, I'll be judging the results at the end. This is going to be bigger than the Super Bowl itself, so grab your snacks and make yourself comfortable because the Ricoma Bowl is about to begin. Alright guys, welcome to the cap hooping lesson for today. Now before we get started, I need to ask you a question. Have you guys ever hooped a cap?
No, I've seen the training videos, but I just can't get it tight enough.
Okay, that's fine. How about you?
Yeah, I have a similar situation. I've seen the videos, but my issue seems to be that I can't center the cap onto the hoop, so hoping you can help me with that.
All right, no problem. Don't worry about it because today I'm going to be showing you how you hoop a cap step by step the right way. Now, along the way, I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks that will make you better embroiderers. There are three main accessories. One is the cap station, where you're going to be hooping your cap. Then you have the hoop that you're actually going to be putting the cap on. And then you have the cap driver, which is what's gonna go in the machine to actually make the design. All right, so you guys ready to start your training?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so let me go ahead and give you a demonstration and let's start this training. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my hoop. Now, the hoop has a top piece, which is gonna be this metal plate. This metal plate has a small line that indicates the center of the cap itself. The two rods that are sticking out, make sure that they are always facing down, and the center plate always facing up. So we're gonna grab the hoop, we're gonna place it in the cap station, and then you're gonna hear that it kind of locks. Sometimes it locks and sometimes it doesn't lock. So how do you know when it is or when it isn't? All you have to do is just tap on the actual lock. This is locked. And this is unlocked. That loud tapping noise, that means that it's not locked. So just go ahead and squeeze it or press it in however you like. Now they're all nice and locked in. Our next step is your strap has a lock on the right. You can simply unlock it and rotate it towards the left, letting it hang. So the next step is we're gonna be grabbing our cap. We're gonna be flipping it upside down and we're gonna open it and we're gonna take the insert out. Now, the next step is taking the sweatband completely out. So we're gonna go all the way on the left, bringing it out, all the way across to the right. And now what I like to do is I like to grab it right in the middle. It'll be easier for me when putting it under the center plate. If you have a strap on your cap, then you can leave it on. I prefer leaving it on just because I'm gonna show you a trick that you can do to make the process more efficient. And then if you don't have a strap, then that's fine. You can still just grab it and pull it, and I'll show you that trick in just a minute. So I'm gonna grab the sweatband, I'm gonna place it in the hoop, and I'm going to make sure that my sweatband is under the center plate. Try your best to bring the sweatband as far back as you possibly can. Another thing that you should be looking for at this point is the center of the cap with the center of the plate. If you need to adjust it, go ahead and do so. One very important tip is not to put the cap over the middle plate. Just as an example, if I do so, it would look like this. The right way is right behind the beginning of the middle plate. If it is on top of the plate, you will have registration issues on your y-axis. Now that we've done that, we're going to make sure that our sweatband on the left and on the right are completely out as much as we possibly can. So I like to place my hand on the left just to hold the sweatband in place, and then I like to go to the right and do the same thing. Now for my next tip, I'm going to grab with my left hand the strap of the cap and pull it down. You can minimize the bounciness on the middle of the cap. Then with my right hand, I'm going to go across the cap to grab the hoop strap. I'm going to go across the brim. Always make sure that it starts on the left side, grabbing the brim all the way across to the right side, while still grabbing the brim. A bad example would be something like this. If you see a gap, that means you will most likely have registration issues on your x-axis, meaning side to side. So now let's put it the right way. The next thing we're going to do is lock in the small lock on the side of the strap. Now, as you can see, when I'm locking it in, it feels very loose. Remember, not all caps are made equal, so some of them are gonna be thicker than others. So you wanna make sure that's as tight as possible. To change the tension of the strap, you can simply unlock while leaving your left hand holding the cap and the strap so you don't lose placement. Grab a Phillips screwdriver, and on the right side of the hoop, there's a screw there that you could always loosen it, and if you bring it down, it's gonna get tighter. And if you bring it up, it's gonna get loose. Just as long as you have some nice tension in there. So I'm gonna put the first lock, and then I'm gonna put the second lock. As you can see, I took a little bit more pressure. Now for my next tip, I'm going to show you how you can get it completely centered. Because as you can see, when I try to lock it in, the cap tends to shift over to the right. So what I like to do is move the cap to the left just a little bit while looking at the center line of the middle plate and the cap. As you can see, once I lock it in and it shifts over to the right a little bit, it should land right in the middle. One thing that I do want to talk about is the clips. Now these clips are meant to stabilize any unstructured caps. In my case today, we're using a very structured cap, so I will not be using these. All right, so now that I have it right in the middle, I'm gonna go ahead and press down on the locks. You can do it one at a time, or you could do 3 of them at once, and it should pop right out. So now the last step is to check our hooping. First thing I do is go to the sides and check the sweatband. As you can see, I have enough of the sweatband out, so 1, it doesn't get embroidered, and 2, it helps stabilize the cap. I go over to the other side and check for the same thing. The next thing I do is check if the strap is grabbing all across the brim. As you can see right here it starts and it's going all across to the other side. Now the last step is checking the center plate. As you can see, the cap is not on top of the plate and we have the sweatband under the plate. We also have the center line of the hoop matching the center line of the cap. Now all caps don't have a center line. That's okay. Do your best to try to get it in the middle. The last thing I do is check the lock. I make sure the small strap lock is grabbing the hoop and the bigger lock is nice and tight. So once I do that, now I know the cap is completely hooped the right way. All right, so that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions?
No?
Nope, I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Let's do it.
Okay, so in the spirit of the Super Bowl, today we're gonna do a little competition. And the competition is to see which one of you could hoop the best cap, and after you do so, you're going to put it in the machine. Are you guys up for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I hope.
All right, so why don't you guys put these on, and I'll see you back here in 10 minutes for the one and only, the Ricoma Bowl. All right, guys, there's no going back now. So, Jesse, we're gonna start with you first. Do you have anything to say to your fans?
I promise you guys I won't let you down.
Nice. Carolina, do you have anything to say?
Well, let's see. May the best hooper win.
Jesse, the challenge is to hoop this cap as fast as possible and put it in the machine so it can be ready to embroider. Now, I'll be here to answer any questions, all right?
All right, let's do it.
All right, Jesse, I'm gonna count you down from 3, 2, 1, go! All right, Jesse, come on, remember the rules. All right, remember the metal plate facing the top. Make sure it's locked all the way in. Squeeze it or push it, however you like. All right, there you go. Make sure the 3 of them are locked in. Make sure you don't forget about the other lock. Tap on them just to make sure. Yep, you got it. Get the cap. Make sure the sweatband is completely out. Come on, you got this. All right, make sure it's lined up and that you don't go over the metal piece. Very important, you don't want to have any registration issues. All right, press it down with your other hand. Remember the bottom piece. There you go. Now remember, from the beginning to the end. You don't want to be outside of the brim, so from the beginning to the end on the brim. There you go. Lock it up. Oh, that's the last one. All right, Jesse, come on, you got this. Put it in the machine. Stop the clock. Good job. All right, Jesse, that was awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you feel?
That was exhausting, but thank you for helping me through it. Couldn't have asked for a better coach.
Awesome, man. You did great. All right, Catalina. Now, what do you think about Jesse's performance?
I don't know, it was good, but I think I can do better.
All right, Catalina, you ready to go?
Ready?
All right, I'm gonna count you down in 3, 2, 1, go. You got this. Oh, you're already starting off faster than Jesse. Come on, get the cap. Remember the bottom piece, don't forget about the bottom. All right, the sweatband all the way out, on the left and on the right. All right, I think you're ready for the strap. Make sure you go from the beginning to the end, all across on the brim. You got a little gap there, be careful. Nice. All right, go ahead and lock it. Now when you're locking it up, be careful. You have 2 locks. You have the little one, the bigger one. All right, clip it. Come on, you got this. All right, that's it. Hurry, hurry. The bottom one, that's always the one. Put it in the machine, remember, sideways. Oh, you got it. And stop the time. Good job. All right. All right, so here we have Carolina's hooping. Now, from the beginning, the first thing I'm checking is for the sweatband on the right side, and that's completely out, so good job on that. The left side as well, perfect. You got the brim from the beginning to the end, good job there. Ooh, what is that? Well, it looks like you're on the center, but unfortunately, you're on top of the metal plate. And the last one is, let's see how tight this is. Oh, that's good. Nice and tight. Good job. Now let me see Jesse's. All right, so same thing. On the right side, you got a lot of the sweatband. Ooh, on the left side, not so much. So in the middle is perfect. You got the sweatband under and the cap behind the metal plate. The clip is not, it's kind of loose. It's not too bad, but it is kind of loose. Overall, this is a really good job. I feel like you could have maybe gotten a little bit more on the sweatband and maybe a little tighter, but I know you were trying to do this as fast as possible, so you probably didn't really want to put it too tight, but definitely we have to see if we're gonna get any registration issues or not. We'll see about that. All right, guys, so unfortunately, I do have to make a decision. I'm gonna think about it. All right, so unfortunately, I cannot run your cap because it will have registration issues. But you were the fastest, and I can tell you knew your stuff when you were doing it. One mistake, unfortunately, I have to give it to Jesse. All right, Jesse, so since you are the winner, we're gonna go ahead and put your cap in the machine and actually run it to see how it comes out.
Awesome, let's do it.
Okay, so it's all done. Let's go ahead and take it out. Nice. This is perfect, all right? So as you can tell, there is no registration issues. So now let's go ahead and take this off. If we gotta do any cleaning, we do so. In this case, it came out perfect, so we don't. So now, I'm ready for the game. All right, guys, that's it for this super episode of Embroidery Hub. You've just witnessed how 2 rookie embroiderers were able to hoop their first successful cap with proper coaching from yours truly. And not only did they hoop the caps, but they did it with both speed and accuracy. That shows that with just a little bit of training, anything is possible. Hooping your caps properly is key to embroidery. So the more times you practice, Just like any sports, the more chances you will have at victory. If you want to see even more episodes just like this, check out our cap embroidery challenge video where myself and another embroidery pro go head to head. We also have a number of cap embroidery episodes that go over everything from hooping to digitizing to even 3D puff. So feel free to check them out below or in the cards above. And if you're not following us yet on social media, make sure you join our Facebook group, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery. And check us out on Instagram where we post daily. All right guys, I know you have to get back to cranking those caps out for the Super Bowl, so I'll see you guys next time.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to the game. So let's get to the game. So let's get to the game. Yeah. I don't think yeah was cool.